Hey, I'm Vivian, but you can call me Viv. On Instagram, I asked you all to send me some assumptions, and I said it could basically be about anything. So fashion, my personal life, anything, as is, working at Buzzfeed. You all sent so many different assumptions, and I'm finally able to get into them. So let's go. For each assumption, I will be saying if it's true, false, or a little bit of both. I'll be answering your assumptions as I get ready to go to a little get together with my friends, a little daytime function. We out here gonna function safely. So we're gonna start off with my hair. I ran out of my normal leave-in conditioner, so I've been using these, and this is from the Curly Chick hair care line. It's a rice water remedy. This is the moisturizing milk, and this is the strengthening condish. I'll put some water on my hair, put some of the strengthening condish, not a lot because it's not an actual leave-in conditioner, and then I'll put a little bit of the moisturizing milk, and that's kind of like my leave-in. And then this is like oldie but goodie Cantu Shea Butter for natural hair. Their moisturizing curl activator cream. I feel like it really helps me get defined curls. It just makes my hair Poppington and not like sticky or flaky or gross. This is Luster's Pink Oil Moisturizer Hair Lotion. I've been using this since middle school. My first real step is going to be putting my hair up and doing like multiple of these so that I can kind of stretch it out a little bit so I can have more volume, and then laying my baby hairs. And I guess I will get into the first assumption while I get into that. You sing loudly in the shower. I love to sing. I have no singing talent or abilities whatsoever. I can't whistle. I can't really harmonize either, but I try. As far as shower singing, I'm not doing whole concerts in the shower, but I try to listen to stuff that's really gonna like uplift me. Do I sing in the shower? Sorta, sometimes. I think you're perfect, but I also think you're too hard on yourself, love. Oh my gosh, so that one, people have been telling me that I'm too perfect my entire life, and it couldn't be any further than the truth. I've always dealt with a lot. My dad had severe mental illness growing up, and it was really, really bad. It was very hard to have a parent that you love that was dealing with PTSD, bipolar. It was just very hard on our family, and because I never wanted to be a burden, because we already had so much going on, I never really expressed when I was suffering or struggling with anything. So to people who had no idea about what was going on at home, it looked like I always had everything under control. I think people who are immigrants and first generations, or a lot of people of color, we don't really talk about our struggles, especially family struggles. We kind of keep it in the house. And because I was keeping everything in the house and to myself, no one ever knew how hard it was for me growing up and for my family. I kind of became a bit perfectionist. I've always felt like the more I could handle and be capable of doing by myself, where people didn't have to worry about me, the better it was for everyone. But the bad thing is, no one ever fully understood me. And so now I'm definitely becoming more open, talking about my mental health, talking about what I'm going through. I struggle with my mental health. I struggle with my spirituality. I struggle with relationships, friendships, self-esteem. We're all going through stuff. It's just we don't all share. So I have a therapist now. I have friends who love me, who know. I talk with my mom and my brother about what we're going through and what we've been through. And now we have support. This baby hair situation. This one is just not correlating. So I have this like toothbrush brush, and this is Murray's Edge Wax Extreme Hold. So I'm trying to lay these and kind of swoop them a little bit. This one is cooperating. This one, not as much. This one, not at all. As far as the perfect, I'm not perfect. That part is false. But being too hard on myself, 1000% true. So I would say this assumption is sorta kinda halfway true. That your work life is perfect. False. My work life is not perfect. No one's work life is perfect. I think in general on social media, we don't discuss all the hard parts. Social media is part of my work, so it's a little bit trickier there too when it comes to being open and honest all the time. I would say that I feel very fortunate to have joined the As Is family and appeared on Cocoa Butter and Buzzfeed video in the past year. I've been here for about a year now, but my work is not just Buzzfeed. I'm an actor and a voice actor, and I make my own content. So it's kind of stressful because I have 4 different careers going on at the same time. So when it comes to time management, it's a delicate balance, and I'm not doing it as well as I would like to. We did something. It is kind of swooped. It is swooped enough. So now I'm gonna put this silk scarf on top, and we are gonna let it, hang out. By the time I'm ready to put on my outfit, this will be laid. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the face. So I have 2 different primers. Both of them are from Laura Mercier. This one is the Pure Canvas Primer, it's blurring, and the Pure Canvas Primer Perfecting. Perfecting, of course. All these perfection questions, and of course I'm gonna put on some perfecting primer, irony. I normally do the blurring one on my T-zone because I get really oily in my T-zone. So I use the blurring primer to kind of be like a thicker layer on top of my blemishes, and then I'll use the perfecting primer everywhere else. You came a long way. That's true. As you grow up and mature as an adult, hopefully you've come a long way. I think most of my life, I was trying to be perfect. I was trying to not be a burden. I was trying to be impressive. I always thought the more impressive I am, the more people will like me, and I'll make friends, and I'll be loved, and I'll be lovable, and that's not true. So I took myself so seriously that I didn't really get to enjoy a lot of things. It just made me always stressed out and never present. I would say these things that I wanted as goals that I didn't actually want. I don't think I actually ever knew what I wanted up until more recently. So this more open and silly, free, lighthearted Vivian, this is new. This is a lot of self-work. This is being quiet with myself and thinking about what I actually want out of life and what I enjoy. Okay, we have the primer done. I need the primer for my eyes. So this is Urban Decay. This is their eyeshadow primer potion. I am a big primer girl. I feel like when you have primer on, it makes your makeup last so much longer. And especially because I'm about to be outside, I need my stuff to last. I think a big part of my growth has also been accepting that I can't control everything, and so I cannot worry about what I cannot control. You're a happy, kind person and dislike messy people. Kind of true, kind of false, because I am messy people. An organized mess. I am a Gemini, and I think it's inherent in our personality to be a little messy. As far as I don't like people who gossip. I don't like people who are just trying to get into mess. That I don't have any tolerance for. But as far as oh, you're just kind of a mess, same. I'm definitely a happy person. I'm grateful that people think that I'm kind. I also think I'm kind, and I think kindness is what we need more of in the world. I'm gonna do a little nice daytime eye look, just a little something for the girls. For eyes, I have this palette from Sir John and Luminous. It's the Lion King collection. Sir John is Beyonce's makeup artist, so as soon as I saw he was doing a collab, and I love The Lion King, it's my favorite Disney movie, I had to get it. I'll probably stay pretty neutral because that's kind of my baseline. I'm a soft glam-ish face girl, so that's what we're gonna go with. Family is always first with you. True. I will definitely say now, family is always first with me. It wasn't always the case. I've always been very career driven, and sometimes I would prioritize my ambition over my family. And as I've started to get a little bit older and my parents have gotten older, I realized that career isn't everything. So to put all of my time and attention into something I don't fully have control over and to miss out on relationships, not right. The pandemic actually helped my relationships with my family because I couldn't go out as much. I had a lot of time to FaceTime my parents and ask them questions and hear their stories. And I'm so grateful I had that time because July is when my dad got diagnosed with cancer, and then 6 months later he passed away. So if you have time, talk to your family, hear the stories, really make time to connect, because one of my biggest regrets was not making this time for them. I'm not making that mistake again. Life's too short. You just never know. Definitely family is always first now. I did this landscape color, and now I'm gonna do Pride Rock. That you're Nigerian. Yes, I am Nigerian. I am Nigerian American. My parents are from Nigeria, and then they immigrated to the United States of America. They had me and my brother in Florida, and I am definitely a proud Nigerian American. More specifically, I'm Nigerian American and our tribe is Igbo. I've definitely been working on embracing my culture more and showing it off. So if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you might have seen a bunch of my African auntie videos, because that's just the experience I remember the most, is African auntie, African parents, African uncles just telling me stuff I don't want to hear. You grew up kind of valley girlish. I get this assumption a lot. It bothers me because I don't fully know what that means. I think because I'm bubbly and sometimes I have the whole upspeak thing, people take it the wrong way. I can't be a valley girl. I'm not from the valley. I'm from Florida. Florida's flat. There are no hills, there are no valleys, there are no inclines. I grew up stuck between two cultures, not being African enough, not being American enough, not being Black enough. There was a lot of that going on. A lot of other people dictating to me how I should be based off their perceptions, which was not a fun experience. I would say false. This is kind of coming together. Okay, I don't know, maybe this is a light smoke. I don't really know how to do makeup, y'all. I'm satisfied with that. I'm sure I can blend something better, but I'm just gonna do eyeliner and move on. That you've always been outgoing and popular. False. This is so false. This is so false. Okay, this eyeliner is from Rare Beauty, which is from Selena Gomez. For one, I'm a social introvert. I'm not actually outgoing. I am friendly. But I actually grew up so shy. I wanted to melt into the wall. Like if you caught me on the school bus, I was trying to disintegrate into the chair. I just always felt really, really self-conscious. Also on the popular part, I'm not popular. I've never been popular. I've always been like popular adjacent. I am going to apply my foundation now. I'm using Fenty Beauty. This is the Soft Matte Longwear Foundation Pro Filter 440. I love anything Rihanna. Real, complex, driven, an educator, vocal about wants and boundaries. I appreciate that. I just want to be as open and honest with people as I can. I feel like I'm a role model whether I like it or not. I've always been. So a lot of people learn and grow through exposure. If I can be exposure for someone else, that means a lot to me, and I don't take that lightly, because I know I don't necessarily need exposure to know what I'm capable of, but a lot of people do. And for people who are women, girls, foreigners, first generation, dealing with trauma, dealing with issues in their families, not coming from a lot of money, I want them to know that hard work helps. Big proponent of hard work. I'm kind of dabbing. Look, y'all, look. Smooth. I'm still working on being vocal about my wants and boundaries. That is a work in progress, but the more I talk about it, the more I can hold myself accountable. So I will say that this assumption is true. It takes you at least an hour to get ready for bed. No, this is false. When I'm tired, I move quick. People think I'm way more high maintenance than I am. I'm very lazy. I think I work so freaking hard majority of the time that when it comes to things like, sadly, when it comes to things for myself, I don't take as much time. I wash my face with cleanser and throw some stuff on my face, and it's a 10-minute process. Don't let my bougie exterior fool you. I am very laid back and chill. This is looking good to me, y'all. Yes, okay, I need to do my eyebrows. 4A hair. Yeah, great guess, very accurate. I do have 4A hair. 4A hair is just like a way to describe my curl pattern. I assume that you take good care of your skin because you're always glowing with or without filter. Thank you. I will say, some of the skin stuff is definitely genetics. Both of my parents have excellent skin. Clearly my skin is not perfect because I am in my 20s and still getting pimples frequently. This was full of water. I try to drink as much water a day as possible. Wash my face before bed, wash my face in the morning, all the things. That's true, I do take care of my skin. It could just be better. You have a big and kind heart and are very empathetic. Thank you. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. I'm like, don't cry. I can't multitask apparently, because what is this? I'm transforming myself into a Disney villain. That's why we have concealer. We will fix that. I hope you're not watching this to learn how to do makeup, because I will lead you astray. But yes, when it comes to being kind-hearted and empathetic, I just know that people have no idea the amount of stuff I've been through. So because of that, I have a lot of empathy for other people, because you just never know what someone's dealing with. Because if I can smile through my day, considering the weight and the stuff I've been through, I can't imagine what other people are carrying, you know? So now I'm using Great Lash Maybelline Clear Mascara. This whole process It's probably making no sense, but trust the process. I don't even know how that scene happened. Anyways, concealer. This is from Laura Mercier. It is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer, and the color is 5C. So we're gonna do my under eyes, T-zone, and we're gonna course correct this whole situation. You're finding yourself reconnecting with who you truly are and are super confident. I think I am. I am definitely in a season of discovering more of what I want out of life and what I enjoy and the people I enjoy having around me. And it's making me confident. Trying things that I was always too scared to try. Putting myself out there more is definitely boosting my confidence, and I'm glad that it's showing. That's definitely true. You're fake ticklish. I am for real ticklish. This assumption is incorrect. I am super ticklish. I've always been ticklish. People used to come up and tickle me randomly, and I hated them, and I hated everyone for doing it. Don't tickle me. I will fight you. Your major is totally different than your career. That is false. At Howard University, which is my alma mater, I majored in radio, TV, film, and even though I mostly work on the internet right now, it's all media. I basically studied media, entertainment, and that is what I work in. That you're the one to call when you want to have a fun time. Yeah, buddy. What? I am always down for a good time. Like, I love to have fun. Work hard, play hard. It's all about balance. That you are a strong, independent woman. I would like to think so. I think I have always been independent, mostly because I don't like hearing the word no, if I can avoid it. And I learned that because my parents would say no to me all the time about different things. And so once I started working and had my own money, they couldn't tell me no. There's a lot of power in being able to take care of yourself and having autonomy, and I love that power. You have everything all worked out even when you don't. Y'all, I don't have nothing figured out, worked out. I'm just guessing. Look at my whole process for my eyebrows. It's still not fully fleshed out. A lot of it is walking out on faith. I tried to have faith in my abilities, in my skills, faith in myself. That one's hard. I'm working on having more faith in myself. Letting go and letting God. I'm trying to buy into the whole mindset of everything's working out for my good. So, sorta, kinda true-ish. You are in a season of embracing who you truly are, and it's shining from the inside. Thank you so much for writing that. I receive it. I thank you for it, and I think that's true. I'm almost done. I haven't contoured anything. We are going to do the rapid fire as I contour my face. For my contour, I'm using Laura Mercier foundation. This is Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and the color is Truffle 6N1. For my powder, I'm going to use the Surgeon Luminous Lion King collection. This is their 6-piece sculpting palette. You've never ridden the city bus. False. I have ridden the city bus. I've done it several times here in Los Angeles. I have struggled financially out here. I am in a place of abundance and blessings, and now I don't have to ride the city bus as frequently or like ever, but I rode the city bus all the time for a couple years out here. This place is expensive. You don't like responding. I don't. I don't like responding to trolls. I don't like responding to men who slide in my DMs and are inappropriate. But if you are a true blue follower, friend, if you hit me up, I respond. You have your ish together. I don't have my ish together. I don't have nothing together. I am literally a walking mess, and I just smile and you don't know that I am screaming. I assume you are fun and a badass. Yes! I think you try to enjoy your life to its fullest. For sure. We are on borrowed time. I want to enjoy as much of it as I can. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Baked Bronzer. It's from Milani. It's in Ginger Snap. I think you're an Aries. You probably spoke of your zodiac before, but I didn't catch it. I am not an Aries. I am a Gemini, true and blue. Look up Gemini. It's me. I am the face. I am a Gemini. Daring and stubborn, incredibly loving and protective of loved ones. Absolutely. I will fight you if it comes to anything having to do with my mom, my brother, my friends. Like, I'm not promoting violence, but I will choose violence if you come for anyone I love. And that's on period. Poo. I've been trying out a bunch of new mascaras. So I got this like little set from Sephora. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! This is mascara. It's Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara from Marc Jacobs. You know? People are like, oh my God, you're so bougie. And I'm like, yes, I am bougie, but like bougie on the budget. And then my last thing, this is, I think it's Caudalie, and it is their beauty elixir. So I'm just gonna spray my face and move on to my clothes. Now to put on some clothes. So this is going to be my outfit. I've worn this before. It's from a Black-owned business called Risk 22. It's a romper, very cute. I love it, great for daytime. I have these kind of like puka shell necklace, some gold bangles and burgundy bangles, my gold Ray-Bans. A super cute purse I got off of Amazon. I have these Michael Kors chunky brown heels. And this is the final look. My hair is giving, the makeup glowing in the sun, the sassy cute romper is just giving pretty girl summer, hot girl summer, any girl summer. It's a whole mood, it's a vibe. This is a Vivian look. I'm glad you all got to know me a little bit better through answering these assumptions, but who do you want to see do this next? Bye!